Hey yo, you know what me and your problem is with this table?
What's that? Oh,
Like,
yeah, you told
like
me last
either
time.
one of us got to lean on the table.
Yeah.
Like, now
Which
you
one
got
you
it.
wanna do?
You got the juice. You got the juice right now. Damn, we not laughing this episode.
We serious. We serious.
You see,
We serious.
we ain't laughing the beginning of the episode.
You good,
Nah.
bro? With
Hey,
this table, man?
Yeah, I'm straight. Hey, Keith, you record? Record? All right,
You
bet.
tired? Just record me.
Yo, I think I might get on my bag this episode. I might spit an 8 or 16.
All right, bet.
All
Yo,
right.
man, get
Feel me?
whatever you got.
Again?
Whatever you got.
That won't be the
Said
first.
Again, wait.
I was there for the first
My
time.
man Van Glorious.
When? What was the first time?
The WTF episode.
I was rapping?
You was rapping with Tim.
Oh, they
Shout
just
out to
put-
Dev.
They just put me on the spot.
Shout out to Dev. He was there.
Nah, I might spit a hot 16 though.
You
from-
definitely was rapping.
Go
I'm
ahead,
trying
do
to
what
hear
you
this shit
gotta
again.
do, man.
on this one.
You know his rap name is, right?
Here you go.
Tim gave it to him. Rolodex.
Oh yeah. I definitely be rolling with that now.
See, look, bars.
Here you go.
I'm done with that.
See, look, you see his entendres?
I'm done with it. I'm done with it.
Pipe him up, pipe him
Rap
up.
genius Dex.
Now you hear his entendre. Yeah, I can't stand
you
bro.
up.
They got a
There
ring
you
to
go.
it. Hey.
But nah, yeah. So we back, man. We back with another episode of the FFT Podcast, man. Damn, I messed up. Actually, you got me in my bag right now. I really messed up my intro because of you, dog. Like, you feel me? Like, 'cause now I'm thinking about my intro like I'm about to rap, dog. Like,
Go ahead,
on,
spit.
man.
Go ahead,
Yo,
start the
man.
album.
Yo, you just messed me up, man. Sorry to the new listeners, man. This ain't how I give it up, man. But you got your host, Smooth Dex, Core Dex, Smoothie Dex, International Dex, Driver Dex, Roller Dex, Dipman Dex, Water Dex. This episode clearly I'm rapping Dex.
Hey, let's get it. You heard the man.
But yeah, we got my man to the left with me.
You know, man, ZaySincere, Zay2Sincere on the handle at Ghostface Outlaw. We got that third book on the way, man. Make sure y'all get that third book when it comes. Linktree.
Yeah,
Got
hit
the
them
link
up on the
tree.
link tree.
Hit that link
Hey.
tree.
Yo, I like that. Linktree.
Yeah, a lot of y'all
That
been
link
hitting,
tree.
a lot of y'all been hitting that link in them bios too, cause I see them the numbers going up too. So I appreciate everybody that's hitting them
Yeah,
links.
for real, appreciate you, man.
Gracias.
Anybody that read my material, man, I appreciate you, man. We spreading propaganda.
And it's the fact that we got y'all reading.
Yeah,
That's the important thing right here that we trying to get y'all to see.
That
definitely,
brain exercise.
definitely gotta read, man.
Words,
gotta
man.
read.
We need to get back to words for real. All this Google Gaga bullshit. You feel me? We need words. man.
That's to that rap culture, man. You gotta blame that culture.
That reminds me of my teacher in high school in social studies, Mr. Wydell. He always had on the back of his board, "You must read to succeed."
Yeah,
That's a fact.
That's a
Because
fact.
even with your contracts, you got to read.
we
Oh,
talk about it all the time.
But hold on, who was that was just
I don't
talking?
Who's that?
Van Glorious in the building.
Oh, Van Glorious is back.
Hey.
Feel me? 609 Greatest is back.
Glorious is back.
We got some films coming. We got some scripts we writing, you know? We was making some plays in D.C. We back with the gang, you know?
That's what's up, man.
My boy in the Spike Lee bag.
Hey.
It's something like, Spike hit me, you feel me?
Oh, you hear light flex.
Yeah,
Something
You
like
seen the profile pic.
Hey.
Go ahead, man.
he said, pull up, man. We down here working on this new Malcolm X joint.
Look.
Ooh, with the new Malcolm X.
New Malcolm,
real.
the young
For
Malcolm.
real. Written by Two Sincere.
You feel?
No, forget Alex
Damn,
Haley.
they
R.I.P.
ain't ready.
Feel me? We got Gordon Parks in the back. Oh, I mean KC.
Hey.
Yeah, you already know, Mr.
He
Threads.
said
Tech.
Gordon Parks. Hell no. But we also got a special guest in the building.
Very special guest.
Thank you.
Can you please introduce yourself? Let us know who you are.
All right. So it's Demiera. You can find me on all of my social medias at _Demiera. Again, I'm gonna repeat it because most people won't get it the first time, and you're gonna really want this because once you hear my stuff, like y'all gonna be linked. I'm telling you.
That's a fact.
_Demiera. I would play it back, but we can't hit replay.
All right,
All right,
Bars.
Dex, you got to follow up. Dex, you got to follow
I was
up.
about to say, man.
Excuse me, roll the Dex. My bad.
Yeah, so you got Rolodex with the first question. Say that.
Oh shit! Damn, that was hot. Say, fire.
Hot fire.
Put that emoji under that.
Yo, it's funny. But I definitely want to shout out all the people that's been downloading, subscribing, telling a friend. Y'all know my thing. Go on your coworker phone, take their phone, type in FFT on the podcast app. Tell them I said do it. It's cool. You're not gonna get in trouble with them. Also rate, leave a 5-star review, a 1-star review, whatever you feel like the show is. Leave a review at the bottom as well. Like I said, that helps get the podcast on the main platform, so you don't gotta search for it. And like I said, just keep showing love. I appreciate everybody that's listening, international, in the country, Midwest, down south, East Coast, whatever, Belgium, Africa, Nigeria, you feel me, all over. Everybody that's been listening, I appreciate y'all from the bottom of my heart. I'm not about to go on and rant because we are here to talk about some bars.
That's
Look, I'm about to get in my bag for real, man. Young hot. Yeah, that boy fire.
Fuego.
Man,
My man said, come on, hit the little wave.
You feel me?
You got him though.
But yeah, so let's start. Who are you? Where are you from? And then we'll get into how you got to the music.
All right, so my name is Demiera. I done lived a bunch of places, so I'm gonna just rep them all. You know what I mean? Like they each got a piece of me. So I guess Keyport, we got South Amboy, Perth Amboy, Old Bridge. That's like the most recent. But I'm gonna rep out here now, so I guess a Ewing right now. But yeah, that's, a lot of that is where my inspiration comes from. So I feel like I gotta rep each one of those. A lot of people really be like, yo, I rep here, I rep it. Nah, man, like each one of them got a piece of me. There's a reason why I am the person I am from each one of those places. So that's why I represent all of them. But I say I'm an aspiring rapper. If I had to really pick a genre or like what I fit into, I would really have to say it's conscious rap.
But real quick, why would you say aspiring and instead of saying rapper? Because you're already doing it.
Because I think that a lot of people don't realize that you should live in the present. And I feel like a lot of people think that once you create, this is infinite, and it's really not. You have to create that moment, create that for people to connect to. So that's something that I like to be very humble in what I'm doing and think about the time that I'm in and be very present with it. And so that's why I say that. A lot of people be like, yeah, nah, I'm a rapper. Like, listen, I got tracks. I got this platform, you know what I'm saying? But I think I'm aspiring to be a rapper because there's a lot of other things I also am doing. You know what I mean? I'm not just a rapper. I'm also a CEO. I started a company, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So I'm also a scholar, constantly learning, constantly reading, educating, researching, you know what I mean?
Facts.
So I inspire to be a rapper, but that's not all that I inspire to be.
Yeah, because you're not limited to one thing, man.
Absolutely.
What's that company you started?
Yeah.
I started Exoplanet LLC. First thing we got going right now is clothing. So you can go and check that out at exoplanetllc.com. Y'all want some clothes that look like it's from out of this world? Right here, man. I'm going to plug it. We going to plug it, you know what I'm saying?
Please do. It's definitely
For real.
fire.
I just peeped that they dapping each other up.
Yeah.
That's
And
fire.
you know what the shirt's called? First Contact. And if you look in the background, there's a broken heart, bro.
Shout out to Keith in the back.
So like this is supposed to be the moon man, right? He got a moon head, right? That's the moon man, and then there's the alien, but in the background there's a rocket chasing a UFO and a broken heart, and that's like our country right now. We broken. Know what I'm saying? So like that's something we need to make first contact with something that's higher than us because obviously we ain't doing it right now.
I know a little bit of
Yeah, I'm telling it's from up here.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
She know the third planet, the heart of the universe. That's right.
Look.
For real.
Because then we can't get out.
Said we ain't gonna be all wookie wook, but we gonna definitely get there. But so like I said, for the stuff like this is like you obviously thought about every cover art, every
Your
piece of
message.
everything that comes out with each song and whatnot. Hold on, but before we get into that, so what made you want to rap, or how did you know you could rap?
So technically, my parents said I've been rapping since I was 4 years old. And it was just they realized that I could put words together that sounded, kind of similar or like would be in relation to something else with just what I was doing. So one of my songs that I just released on my EP, Quasar Assumption, was Mac and Cheese, and that's because that's like one of the first times I remember actually rapping. Not being like my parents being like, oh yeah, you would rap about like we're walking down the street, I'm hungry, I need to eat, like not stuff like that. It was like yo, mac and cheese, it's in the microwave. It's like, I switch up my cadence, and my mom was like, wait, like, that's not how you usually rap. What's going on? And so, like, I remember that moment because my mom was like, how'd you do that? Like, I remember my mom asking me, like, why'd you say that? How'd you do that? And it seemed like it's something that clicked in her mind. And I was like, well, maybe I should be paying attention to what I'm saying, stuff like that. So technically since I was 4, but I think more seriously, I would say within the last 6 years. Because, I started with, like, just rapping with my friends, like, we chilling at the park by my house, which I rap about a lot, like the beach and the park, because that's where I grew up at, is on the shore. So I rap a lot about that, and that's a big part of where I am now, was that I grew up in an environment that was very protected. I didn't really have to face a lot. I didn't really see a lot. And then I started really, when I went to college, I started hanging out with people that had experienced different things than me, but also had experienced the same things as me, as far as being black and being a part of that community. And that's what really made me start, like, wanting to talk about it. Like, and I didn't know how to talk about it because, you could post on Facebook, but who's really reading it? You know what I mean? And who are you talking to? Only people that you know that probably think the same way. I wanted to put it out in a different way where other people could hear it, because I'm not just trying to educate people who think the same way as me. I'm trying to, have a conversation with people who don't think like me. And so I started rapping, and it would be in, like, dorm rooms with, like, frat boys who, like, dad would be like, let's go golfing on the weekend, and, like, we take vacations every summer, like, people that didn't grow up how I grew up. You know what I mean? Like,
so how was that influence on them?
I think they realized that, like, wow, there's other things going on outside of that, and they started to respect me a little bit more. I have to give a huge shout out to, like, Sigma Phi Epsilon, like, my brothers. They really were a big part of, like, me being able to be confident in, like, who I am as a person, but also rap, because we would be at, like, these parties, and they play whatever song they play in the background, but me and my boys is over here, and I'm in the middle of the circle, like, just rapping, just snapping, and everybody's like, yo, the girls is over here, what the fuck y'all doing? Like, you know what I mean? Like, get over here, like, the girls is waiting, and they like, nah, yo, Demiera's spitting, like, we listening, we here for it. And that's something that really built me up to, like, actually have the confidence to be like, I need to get on tracks. I need people to hear me. I need people to understand, like, where I'm coming from, like, my perspective, but also a lot of other people's perspective about different situations, how I'm feeling, like, how it is growing up. Because, a lot of people feel like the struggles that they're going through is only their own struggle, that nobody else is going through the same thing. And that was another big reason too.
Like, I was so in tune with the story. I'm like, damn, what's my next question? You said, what chapter? What for the the frat?
It's gonna be Sigma Phi Epsilon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, you know a little bit about that.
Yeah, it's not one of the Divine Nine or the, as they would like to call it, the intercultural, but it's predominantly Caucasian people in that chapter. You know what I mean? Like, it's not no black chapter. We ain't strolling, none of that. There's boys who like to drink beer on the weekend and go golfing, but they
roggers.
Yeah, but they were listening, bro. They were listening. When I tell you,
that's
like,
what I'm saying, that influence. That's what
I'm telling you,
the influence that you have.
Like, they, like, something that they think is important is like putting a jersey on somebody and being like, you my brother now. Like, I like somebody mess with you, we gonna mess them up. And I felt it. You know what I mean? I felt that love, but I changed all their minds a little bit. I know there's people in that, like, within that chapter that, like, listen and were like, yo, damn, I ain't never thought about it like that. And, like, they changed how they saw things. But there's also people who were just ignorant. You know what I mean? There's going to be people who are like, why are you always talking about that? Why do you always have to say stuff like that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's real.
There's always going to be that person that doesn't want to listen, doesn't want to open their mind or even have a conversation, because most of the time we can agree to disagree. But if you're not even trying to listen to what I'm saying after I listen to you, then you never wanted to hear my side of the story anyway. You know what I'm saying? So
it's that ego in there.
Yeah. And ego death, I'm telling you, that's a real thing. You really got to do it. Like, you got to get off your pedestal and just be like, listen, I'm doing this for me. And if other people don't like it, then that's really not my problem. I'm not living for nobody else.
Right. And that's how you build that confidence that you need to go to the next level.
For real.
That's what's up, man. I was listening to some of your music, and I was noticed the cadence of how you rap. Like the cadence of how you rap is like, it's captivating. You know what I mean? So when I'm listening to that, all I'm thinking is, okay, I'm looped into what she's saying. Now I gotta see what she's saying, And when I got to the part of what you saying, and I'm like, yo, this is official. I'm like, oh, all right, yeah.
I'm glad you got that, because that's really what I be trying to do. I'm trying to
levels. It's levels of consciousness when it comes to the music. It's definitely levels of it.
I'm telling you, like, I'm not no Common or Killer Mike or nothing like that, but you know, I'm a premature Jaden Smith, if you will. You know what I'm saying?
What's up.
Like
what's up.
Willow Smith, they're really conscious, and people really need to listen to them. Like, they talking about, you know, environmental type stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And that's what we need
and
to get
and
back to.
a lot of people want to ignore that because they're like, that's not, we ain't out here dancing to the club to know we saving water supply. No, we ain't. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't captivating, but like to me that is like they talking about something that we really need to be thinking about too.
It's interesting to bring that up because it was an article that came out. Rolodex and I was talking about.
Fix that real smooth,
right?
Fix that real smooth.
Ixnay.
They said they don't feel like they were accepted by the black community, and how people were calling them weird, and some of the comments was like, yo, we call everybody weird, like don't feel like subjective to that. But and also in a nutshell, we started getting in the conversation like, yo, well, are you making music for yourself? Are you making music for black people? Are you making music for the world? Like, how are you funneling this? Are you, and the comedian Carlos Miller said, I think they shunned us because they never with no black people. So like the conversation was going so many other ways, but if you get into the central point of the message, do black people ignore the message? Yeah, predominantly, it's just not them. However, you got to target the audience who is paying attention, and I think it does
focus in on.
And I think Kid Cudi is like such a prime example because like the song "Pursuit of Happiness" is like a bridge that divided the whole colorism. I think within our generation of music, because everybody, you may not know the lyrics, you know the chorus. You feel me? On the "Pursuit of Happiness," and that was like the bridge of like not seeing color. And that opened the door for so many other messages or so many other artists to come through that door, I feel. And it's just interesting that you say that because I can respect that wholeheartedly. You speaking to a crowd that may not look the same as you, but they have the same emotions and same maybe thought patterns as you. So they're in tune with the message. So it's I commend you on that, for real.
Absolutely.
It takes a lot of courage to talk to another race of people that may not be in tune with, the social message. They're in tune with the dollar. So.
It's different when you realize, like, you know what I mean? Like, I did for a long time. People be like, yo, you don't, like, I went to high school in a place where, like, the school is so big. I graduated with, like, 700 people. Everybody didn't even know everybody. Like, you know what I mean? But there was so many different demographics that we never felt really singled out, except for when something blatantly, like, obviously racial would happen, like somebody would say a slur or somebody would literally be like physically fighting somebody, and then some other person or a teacher would be like, that didn't happen, because obviously they picked a side. And you know what I mean? So like when I was growing up, I was like, I saw stuff, but I also was very protected, I felt like, to a sense, because there were so many other demographics around that they couldn't just focus on mine. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't
hiding in plain sight.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing was, I was smart, so I was always in classes where there weren't people who were, acting up and stuff. Yeah, I never got to really see how it went down. But then as I got older, I was like, yo, like, I'm starting to peep everything, like, low key. Like, I'm seeing everything that's going on, and like, these people's doing this and these people saying that, but like at the same time, how is that affecting me if I'm letting it just slide by and not say nothing?
You remember what triggered your awareness?
I definitely think it was like I was in a meeting for like my college, and just the way they were talking about students, it was like they was talking about like something that they had purchased. You know what I mean? Yeah, like it was a number type deal.
Go.
And like the thing is, my university is not big. Like, it's not big like Rutgers, New York or Camden or even New Brunswick, like to any extent. Like, you know what I mean? But they were talking about us like we were a lump sum. Like, yes, these students at the university during this year is this many, and because of that we have to initiate and I was like, yo, what? Like, yeah, we're sitting here, like, we're listening to all of you say this, like, talk about how, like, we're gonna move this like bond for this reason, and like for this reason we're gonna delete this unit which is gonna hold this many persons. I'm like, persons, students, scholars.
Yes.
Come on, like you know what I mean? Like it's the language. You realize like slowly but surely the language that someone uses really speaks to their attitude, but also their intention. And a lot of people really don't want to accept that. Like how people speak, like people slipping up saying the N-word. You don't like. Why would you have that in your vernacular if you really did not believe that was a word you should use? You know, it's not something that slips up. And I realized that.
What do you think triggered their awareness?
I think a lot of people get. By me, I think I put people in a place where they gotta think about, yo, maybe I really need to be thinking about something more. And I think that starts when I either say something or someone sees something and asks me my opinion on it.
And then they see what perspective you have on everything else. Mm-hmm. And then they show it goes hand in hand or it doesn't go hand in hand.
Exactly. So that's something that I've really realized is like when it doesn't go hand in hand, it tends to end badly. And that's not me being, someone who's pessimistic. Like I go into all conversations expecting to have a conversation, not an argument. Right. And that's what most people like. When you don't agree with someone already, you're going into the conversation with the mindset of like, I don't agree with them already. That's going to be an argument. That's combative. Not a conversation.
It's all combative.
Exactly. You're already taking defense because whatever that person said has offended you in some way. But when you go into a conversation thinking, wow, this person may say something that I don't agree with, and I may say things they don't agree with, but we both have to understand that we're coming from two different places. It goes a lot different. And I think that that's what triggers people to be like, wow, maybe I should listen more to what she's saying, because what she's saying wasn't crazy, but like I just wasn't raised like this. Yeah. I never thought about it that way. And so I think that's really what makes people open up their mind to like what I'm saying, because even like, just speaking in the sense of my last project, the Quasar Ascension EP, people were hitting me up and saying, I like this song, Dirt Cider. I said, really? And it was someone who, like, stereotypically, they were a Caucasian, young female, someone who's in a sorority, usually listens to a very upbeat music. So I'm thinking they might like Redshift a little bit more. It's EDM, it's on that side.
Yeah, I like that beat.
But she said, I like the message. I liked what you were saying. She goes, I also like that you were saying something, Oya or Osa. It made me want to look it up. It made me want to think, and I was like, wow, I'm making people want to look up words they're hearing in a song. Like that's really when it hit me, and I was like, that's different. It's very different when people are like not only saying like I like this song, but I like this song because it made me want to think and want to learn something. Like that's different for me. That's what I want to happen with all music. All music should make you think and make you want to do something, whether it's dance, whether it's educate yourself, whether it's learn more, whatever you're listening to should make you want to do something else that betters yourself.
Shout out to the white girl that was interested in your lyrics.
Yeah, for real. I'm not going to say your name because I don't know if you want me to put you out there like that, but I appreciate you.
That's real.
I'm
back on
you.
I
can ask a question.
You got the floor.
The EDM beat, what is it called?
Redshift,
right? So I was talking to that. We were playing that like right before you came here, initially before you came here. Mm-hmm. I was like, yo, I like how she chose this beat because you took a risk as an artist. Because MCs, rappers, however you want to put it, would shy away from that type of beat. Mm-hmm. And two, I understood what audience you were trying to grab with that.
Yeah.